I have gone before you. Before your calendar found its numbers. Before your maps learned their edges. Before your questions gathered courage to speak. I went ahead. I traced the contours of your path with a wisdom older than the first morning. I pressed my fingerprints into the clay of your future and called it good because I intended to walk it with you. You have mistaken uncertainty for danger because you learned to trust what you could see. But sight is not your leader, I am. And I am not guessing. I have gone before you into rooms that do not yet know your name. I have softened hard tones, planted favor like seed along the walls, and prepared chairs where your peace will sit comfortably. You think opportunity is a door that appears suddenly. Often it is a hallway I have been renovating in quiet. The paint is drying even now. The hinges have been oiled. The light has been adjusted for your eyes. You will not need to squint when you enter. You will recognize what I prepared because it will fit your calling without forcing. I have gone before you into the disputes that worry your sleep. I have disarmed the barbs of certain sentences and confused the appetite of malice. Your reputation is a garden I tend, not a rumor you must chase. When you arrive, you will not need to defend yourself loudly. Your steadiness will be a translation of my presence, and arguments will run out of air. I have gone before you into the long corridor of waiting. I have placed benches where you will think there are none. I have marked the floor with quiet mercies that your feet will notice before your mind does. The weight will feel smaller because you will be larger, expanded by trust. Steadied by remembrance. Do not call delay denial. Do not call pacing punishment. I do not stall to watch you suffer. I time your steps so that your peace can carry the weight of what you're asking me to give. I have gone before you into the friendships you have not met yet. I have trained their ears for your voice. I have protected them from the cynicism that would have made connection impossible. When your paths cross, it will feel like recognition, not arrangement. You will bless each other without bargaining for worth. This is my gift. Companionship that does not cost you your soul. I have gone before you into the city where you feel small. I have circled its corners and spoken to its gates. I have assigned angels to intersections you do not notice and taught the midnight hours to keep watch over your rest. You are not unguarded, even in the loudest neighborhoods of your thoughts. I post sentries. Paranoia is not your protector. I am. I have gone before you into the day you dread, the one with the meeting, the test, the conversation, the goodbye. I have placed words on your tongue that will not fracture the moment. I have calmed the muscles beneath your ribs. I have ridden patience into the space between your sentences so that you will not rush what must be gentle. You will discover that I prepared not only what you will meet but who you will be when you meet it. I have gone before you into the thicket of choices and cut paths where panic sees only bramble. I am not asking you to be clever. I am asking you to be close. Close enough to hear the quiet directions that pride finds boring and fear finds unbelievable. Close enough to refuse the shortcut that wounds you with speed. Close enough that your yes can be simple again. I have gone before you into sorrow. I have stood at the edge of graves and stared them down until they forgot how to boast. I have sat in empty rooms and made them holy by my presence. I have gathered tears that dried before anyone could see them. I have turned lament into a language that carries glory without pretending pain is small. When you step into grief, you will not find me arriving. You will find me waiting with a tenderness that has already mapped the way out and the way through. I have gone before you into the work you think is beneath your calling. I have hidden me in spreadsheets and dishes, in commutes and quiet emails. I have made altars out of desks and prayer rooms out of hallways. Meaning does not live only in microphones. It lives wherever you carry my name with integrity and mercy. Do not divide your hours into sacred and disposable. I fill them all when you invite me. I have gone before you into the memories that still hold their breath. I have untied certain knots so that when you remember, you will not be dragged, you will be delivered. I have wrapped old rooms in new light and turned accusations into testimonies. Your past is not a weapon against you in my court. It is a syllabus I have used to teach you how to be gentle with others and honest with yourself. I have gone before you into the future others forecast with their anxieties. I do not use their metrics. I am not constrained by their models. When they say impossible, I examine the word and often disagree. My power is not spectacle for the impatient, it is precision for the humble. Stay humble and you will see strength that does not shout. I have gone before you into the wilderness that frightens planners. I have numbered the shades where you will rest and instructed the wind to carry the scent of hope. I have taught the jackal to keep its distance and the thorn to spare your hands. Your survival is not a coin toss, it is a promise I am keeping in every temperature. When the heat is high, I am higher. When the night is long, I am longer. I have gone before you into conversation with your inner critic. I have shortened its sentences and lengthened your patience with yourself. The standard I require is not the one that bruises. I discipline to align, not to humiliate. When you feel the corrective pressure of my hand, it is not because I despise you but because I love you into your right size and rhythm. You will become strong without becoming hard, soft without becoming weak. I have gone before you to secure the provisions you worry about. I have placed favor in the file you have not opened yet and mercy in the inbox that will arrive at noon. I have arranged for a stranger to hold the door and for a friend to text at the exact minute you would have believed a lie about being alone. Providence is not coincidence with better branding, it is my authorship on display in the footnotes of your day. I have gone before you into the temptations that once felt like gravity. I have dismantled their furniture and changed the locks. Desire will still knock, but it will not find the old room ready. You will discover escape routes that existed before the pressure rose. I wrote them into the architecture of every test. Look for the handle of self-control, it is there. I installed it myself. I have gone before you into the prayers you have not yet learned how to pray. I have composed sentences for you and stored them in the lungs of your spirit. At the right time, breath will become language, and language will become peace. Do not panic when words stumble. I hear the intention behind them. My spirit edits without erasing your voice. I have gone before you into the places where you will be misunderstood. I have prepared quieter allies whose names you do not know yet. They will speak on your behalf when your throat is tired. They will lean their credibility toward your cause without asking you to barter your conscience. I plant these people like trees. Shade is coming. I have gone before you into the art you will make. I have chosen the colors that will heal and the lines that will settle frantic minds. I have kept certain melodies in reserve for nights when many souls will need them at once. Your creativity is not a side project. It is a river I feed as part of my kindness to the world. Create with rest. I will carry the work further than your reach. I have gone before you into the home you will build. The one that smells like peace when the door opens. I have taught the walls how to hold laughter and the floors how to forgive loud footsteps. I have set the table in advance for conversations that repair and for silence that restores. Belonging will live here without requiring you to disappear to keep it. I have gone before you into the hospital corridor and the courtroom bench. I have rehearsed courage with you in ways you did not recognize so that when you arrive you will not be a stranger to steadiness. You will answer questions without surrendering your soul. You will listen without losing your voice. You will walk out knowing you were kept from within as much as from without. I have gone before you into the mountain of your calling. I have surveyed its roots and planted flags of memory along the ascent. There will be switchbacks that frustrate your preference for straight lines. Trust them. Switchbacks conquer steepness with wisdom. I designed them not to delay you but to deliver you to the summit with lungs that can sing. I have gone before you into the valley that follows victory so that triumph does not turn you into a stranger to humility. I will not let applause redefine you. I will teach you how to carry honor lightly and how to give it away quickly. You will not become a prisoner of other people's praise because you will remember who crowned you first and who will be enough if the crown is removed. I have gone before you into the places your enemies thought they owned. I have redrawn boundary lines and signed them with blood that speaks better things than accusation. You do not need to shout to reclaim what is yours. Walk it, bless it, work it. The ground will recognize your footprint because I wore it ahead of you. I have gone before you into the final day of your life and found it smaller than my promise. I have walked the distance and placed light at the edges. Death has no corridors I have not entered and returned from with keys. Do not live in terror of thresholds I have already crossed. Live with a holy practicality, do the next right thing. Love the next nearest person. Keep your vows. Rest in my keeping. I have gone before you into the craft of your words and the tone of your leadership. I have tuned your voice for rooms that need both steel and tenderness. You will not have to choose between truth and gentleness. Under my hand, the two marry. Your influence will not be a wind that knocks people over, it will be a climate that grows them. I have gone before you into the calendar of this week. I have placed surprises that look like small mercies and small mercies that turn out to be large. When you miss one, I will not scold. I will send another. I am lavish out of principle, not accident. Scarcity is a rumor. I do not repeat it. I have gone before you into the family patterns you thought were permanent. I have cut new grooves with patience and truth so that blessing can travel without tripping. You will find yourself saying sentences no one said to you when you were small. And they will feel like water to your own ears while they refresh others. This is generational repair under my supervision. I have gone before you into the questions that hold court at night. I have stripped them of their robes and demanded evidence. Many could not produce any beyond fear. I dismissed them. The ones that remained I placed on a schedule so they could be answered without ruling your hour of rest. Sleep is not negligence. It is worship that says you'd trust me to run the world without your worry. I have gone before you into the year you will call hard. I have stored joy in it in unlikely places. The way miners learn where the seams run. Joy will not be staged, it will be found. You will become the sort of soul who knows where to look because you have practiced looking for me more than for reasons to quit. Reasons to quit are noisy. I am not noisy. I am near. I have gone before you into the letters of apology you will write. I have softened the soil of receiving hearts. I have prepared you to own your part without owning what is not yours. I have removed the hooks of shame so that truth can travel unhindered. Repentance will not be your humiliation, it will be your renovation. We will live there, in that sunlight, with windows open. I have gone before you into the neighborhoods you call online, where voices jostle and angles sharpen. I have given you a lamp for your tone, a filter for your motives, and a door you can close when the room worships outrage. You will not be discipled by noise. You will be led by my whisper. Whispers rule longer than shouts. I have gone before you into the science of your body and the weather of your mind. I know the chemistry of your tears and the circuitry of your attention. I crafted rest as a remedy and laughter as a medicine and ordered them to be ready when you ask. Do not despise the simple prescriptions. Take a walk, drink water, sit in light. These are sacred as well when received with gratitude. I have gone before you into the nation whose headlines cloud your hope. I am not bewildered by history. I am its Lord. Your role is faithfulness, not omniscience, obedience, not omnipotence. Pray without pretending to be me. Act without acting like Savior. I will teach you influence that does not steal my throne. I have gone before you into the temptation to despise small beginnings. I hid myself in a seed once and fed the world. I am not embarrassed to start with little. I am allergic to pomp that displaces love. Bring me your few loaves and honest fish. I am still good at multiplication that feeds multitudes and leaves baskets for later hunger. I have gone before you into the midnight when your breaths count themselves to stay calm. I count with you. I will not rush you toward daylight without giving the night its lessons. But I will also not let the night lie about its power. Dawn is not negotiable, I scheduled it. Hope is not random, I authored it. Your night is not final. I have breached its borders and named its exit. I have gone before you into the discipline you avoid. I have removed the sting of humiliation and kept the sharpness of truth. My correction is a scalpel, not a hammer. It cuts to heal. It removes to restore. It limits to liberate. Under my hand, pruning is proof of care, not of contempt. Expect fruit, not because you strain, but because you abide. I have gone before you into your calling to bless enemies. I have prepared you not to confuse blessing with enabling. Your yes will be wise and your no will be kind. You will be able to place hot coals of kindness on heads that once burned your peace and still sleep without smoldering. This is not your niceness. It is my authority teaching you how to reign in love. I have gone before you into the harvest you prayed for with trembling. I have ordered the timing so that celebration does not corrupt you. I have arranged rest stops amid fruitfulness so that you do not confuse activity with identity. You will work without wearing out because you will remember who provides the rain. I have gone before you into the words you will speak to the next generation. I have prepared their hearing for wisdom that is gentle and strong. You will not need to dramatize truth. You will need to live it. They will learn more from your pace than from your paragraphs. Walk with me, and they will learn how to walk with me. I have gone before you into the place where forgiveness seemed impossible. I have shown you a cross where impossible died and a tomb where new life learned to breathe. You do not need to manufacture mercy. You need to receive it until it spills. I am generous with supply. I am uninterested in grudges that pass for zeal. I want your freedom more than your vindication. I have gone before you into the thought that you are behind. Time is my servant. It will not sabotage my plan for you. I do not rush you to impress spectators. I pace you to preserve you. When I quicken your steps, it is for alignment, not anxiety. When I slow your pace, it is for depth, not delay. Trust the cadence. I wrote the song. I have gone before you into the act of blessing your enemies with truth. I will give you sentences that are both firm and undefended. I will teach you how to stand without pushing and how to yield without falling. Authority under me is not bluster, it is ballast. People will feel steadier around you because you remain steady in me. I have gone before you into your end-of-day fatigue. I have placed laughter at the bottom of certain tasks so that joy surprises you just as you consider quitting. I have arranged for a child's question or a neighbor's wave to interrupt your heaviness. Do not despise interruptions. Many are mercies with poor timing disguised. Invite them to sit for a moment. Often they carry bread. I have gone before you. And because I have, you can walk behind me without bargaining for guarantees. I do not promise you a road without weather. I promise you weather without abandonment. I do not promise you maps without mystery. I promise you mystery without malice. I am your advance guard and your rear guard, your pillar and your shade, your scout and your shelter. Now pause with me. Let your shoulders remember that sovereignty is not a theory, it is a person. Breathe in the evidence that I am near, the quiet that returns when you stop trying to be your own provider. The clarity that rises when you stop trying to be your own prophet. Your future is not collapsing, it is convening around my purpose. Listen to the hum of that gathering. It is the sound of me holding all things together and yet bending low to tie your shoes for the next step. If these words are strengthening you, help them reach someone who needs them. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe so that this message finds the hearts I am preparing. Thank you for letting your kindness become a path for another's return. I have gone before you into tomorrow's conversation with your fear. I will not let fear narrate your day. I will allow it to wave from the roadside and then grow bored when you refuse to stop. You will learn to greet it without hosting it. You will give it water without giving it the wheel. Over time, it will arrive later and leave sooner because peace will take its seat first. I have gone before you into your craft and competence. I have planned practice that will not waste your effort. You will enjoy improvement without enshrining perfection. Excellence under my hand is gratitude expressed through care, not anxiety expressed through control. You will become skillful in a way that makes others safe to learn beside you. I have gone before you into the church that disappointed you. I have kept a remnant of simplicity and truth safe behind the noise. I will lead you to places where my name is loved more than brand and my people are shepherded more than counted. I am not cynical about my bride. I am committed. Let me heal your expectations so that your devotion can breathe again without pretense. I have gone before you into the plot twists you call setbacks. I have braided them into subplots that will make you laugh when you tell the story later. Not a cruel laugh, but the free laugh of someone who knows how close they were to despair and how thoroughly they were kept. I am a better writer of your life than your worry is. Trust my edits. I have gone before you into the apology you are owed. I will care for your dignity even when the words you deserved never arrive. I will not waste your pain. I will turn it into patience that can hold others without enabling them. I will turn it into wisdom that knows when to speak and when to stay silent. I will turn it into courage that chooses truth over theater. I have gone before you into the discipline of joy. Joy is not entertainment, it is endurance flavored with gratitude. I will teach you to notice small goodness until it becomes your native sight. You will wake trained to expect my presence. Not trouble. Trouble will still appear. It will simply be smaller in a field filled with me. I have gone before you into the decisions that look equal. I will weigh them with you. I will show you which one protects love and which one flatters ego. I will point to the road where peace travels heavier. And I will walk that road with you even if the scenery is less dramatic. Drama is not destiny. Love is. I have gone before you into your identity on the days when roles fall away. I will remind you that you are mine before you are useful. Beloved before you are successful. Held before you are impressive. From that order comes a life that can survive both praise and neglect without changing its name. I have gone before you into the habit of blessing the ground you walk. Bless your doorframe when you leave. Bless the seat that carries you. Bless the screens that demand attention. Bless the faces that pass you by as neighbors. Not as noise. Wherever you bless, you invite me to be recognized. I am already there. Your blessing opens your eyes. I have gone before you into old vows you made to protect yourself. Some of them saved you once and hurt you now. I will help you lay them down without despising the child that made them. You will keep the wisdom and release the fear. This is maturation under mercy. This is what freedom feels like when it is built on kindness rather than force. I have gone before you into the storms you imagine when you try to forecast a week in advance. I have already poured peace into those clouds. When you get there, you will find rain that waters and wind that clears. You will find that dread spent energy you did not need. Learn this. Preparedness is wisdom, pre-suffering is waste. I am enough for Tuesday when it becomes Tuesday. I have gone before you into the end of this sentence and the next hour and the hours after that. My going is not a sprint that leaves you to fend for yourself. It is a procession that invites you to fall in step. I am not hurried. I am not harried. I am holy and here. Lift your chin. Adjust your pace. Do not apologize for walking with confidence when the one ahead of you is the one who wrote the road and loves you more than you have words to measure. I have gone before you. Your work is to follow with a willing heart. To stay near enough to learn my ways. To let my authority be your safety rather than your burden. When you cannot see around the bend, remember this simple truth. If I went first, then what meets you meets me before it meets you. That is why your courage is allowed to be calm. That is why your kindness can be strong. That is why your hope is not naive. It is informed by the footsteps that shook the dust before yours ever touched the ground. And because I have gone before you, I will also come behind you. I gather what you dropped. I bless what you forgot. I redeem what you mishandled. I am the Alpha who walks ahead and the Omega who restores behind. Between my going and my keeping, you are safe to live a generous, unafraid life. Now rise and come with me. The road is ready, and so are you. Before you step forward, receive this final blessing from the one who goes before you. May your ears stay tuned to the pace of peace. May your eyes keep recognizing quiet provision. May your hands hold loosely what was never meant to anchor you and hold firmly what was always meant to guide you. When you meet the bend, meet it with a steady breath. When you meet the need, meet it with a ready heart. I will meet you there as surely as I met you here. For I am already in the place you call ahead, arranging goodness to greet you when you arrive. Walk now in the dignity of being led. Your pace does not need to argue, it needs to agree. Agree with my timing, my tone, my tenderness. Let your confidence be quiet enough to multiply and your hope be humble enough to endure. I am in front of you. And I am for you. Take the next faithful step. I have gone before you into the quiet hours that will follow this message. I have arranged rest to meet you like a friend at the door. Not like a task you must complete perfectly. Lay down the armor you wore for a battle I have already settled. Let your mind uncoil. Let your breath take the long road in and the gentle road out. I bless your sleep with the kind of peace that does not ask for permission to enter. I bless your waking with a clarity that does not shout. And when you rise, rise knowing this. The morning you fear has already spoken with me, and it agreed to be kinder than yesterday. I have gone before you into the places where your name will be said when you are not there to explain yourself. I will escort your name so that it does not travel alone. I will keep it from being used to purchase someone else's approval or to pay for their insecurity. I will return it to you clean. If it comes back heavy, I will lift it and teach you how to carry it lightly again. I have gone before you into generosity you have hesitated to practice. I have arranged the return not as a transaction but as a testimony. Give because I am your source, not because you are trying to convince me to be. When your hand opens, your heart follows. When your heart follows, freedom learns your address and visits often. This is how my kingdom quietly multiplies in a loud world. I have gone before you into the moments you will mistake for accidents. You will call them coincidences, later you will rename them kindness. I am weaving details you cannot yet see. You are not required to trace every thread. You are invited to trust the weaver. Do your work with care. I will handle the angles that exceed your reach. I have gone before you into aged regrets that wake like old injuries in bad weather. I have warmed those rooms. When memory knocks, it will find a chair and a blanket instead of a courtroom. Sit with it briefly. Bless what it taught you. And let it rest. You are not sentenced to relive what I have already redeemed. You are permitted to learn and to live. I have gone before you into the long obedience of becoming kinder. Kindness is not flair. It is strength that chose gentleness because it trusts me to be justice. You will not run out of kindness as if it were a limited resource. I supply it as you spend it. Spend it freely on strangers and save some for yourself. Your soul is also a neighbor worth loving. I have gone before you into the last line of this blessing and beyond it into the silence that follows. Do not rush to fill it. Let the silence do its work. In it you will hear footsteps that are not yours. Steady and sure. On the road ahead. Those are mine. Follow them. Your future has an escort. And your present has a friend. Continue with peace.